Hi guys, this is Mickey G, and if you're here, I'm guessing you're here for the Christmas in July Cards for Love card hop. Thanks for coming. A little bit about me, since you probably have never heard of me, is I am on the design team for Deb at Dawn Artsy, and I'll have a link for her store down below. I'm also kind of on the design team for Tamra at Country Crafts Creations in Hooper. But enough about me, and let's get back to why you're here. You are here because we're trying to inspire you to make cards for one of two charities. And the reward for making these cards is that each card you send in to the address link or listed down below will earn you an entry into a fabulous prize pack. Also, information down below. Now, I'm not the first in the hop, so I'm sure you've heard all the information before, and they've all told you the same thing. That's all listed below. If you have any questions, you can, ask us in a message, and I'm sure any one of us will give you the information you're looking for. The two charities we're working for is Kids in Hospital or our troops, Christmas cards for our troops. If you want to do cards for the kids in the hospital, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can do card kits that they can put together and then give out to people. You can give them thank you cards and birthday cards, a little bit more variation to what we're sending to the troops, which is all Christmas. You can also send a card kit or the completed card for kids. Now, if you're going to do cards for the troops, there are a couple of general rules that you have to follow. They have to be fairly thin. They have to go through in a standard envelope, and they have to use one stamp to go through standard mail. They cannot have anything shiny or reflective at all. Okay? I'm sure there's more detailed rules if you need to look them up, but if you keep it clean and simple, they should be just fine. Now, I decided to do both. I wanted to make a card that was easy enough that everybody out here who's watching this video can make a dozen of these in an afternoon. You can sit down with kids that are home from school or need a rainy day activity. You can sit down with a club or an organization like 4-H or Scouts or just your friends that are crafty and put out a dozen of each of these in an afternoon easy. You don't need any special tools. You don't need any special supplies. You don't need a cutting machine or a die cutter or anything like that. They're really easy to do for everybody. Okay? I've put together 3 cards, really 2 with a variation on 1. And you can do these very quick. The first one is this Christmas tree. It's very simple. It has a white card base. I ran it through the printer, printed out an image that I gave a little bit of coloring to. I added a couple stamps, and I printed out my sentiment. Now, I used the printer because for me that was easier. The stamping is optional. You can even leave the inside blank. I'm sure the soldiers who get it would love to have room to write home to their families. Okay? As for the front, I made that by cutting up some Victorian fan lace from Deb's store. It comes and it looks like this when you get it. I cut out this part. Hang on, here you go. Now you can see it so I'm in camera. I cut out this little part, and if you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're wasting your lace, don't worry. After I got done cutting it, I still had this beautiful floral pattern to use on another project. Okay? I cut out 6 fans, went 3 across, 2 across, 1 across, printed out a sentiment, backed it a little bit, and put it on top of my card. Easy peasy, no problem. The lace, as Deb sells it, as one unit, you could probably get 16 fans out of it, or 18 fans out of it, which is enough for 3 cards. Then the other card also used that same lace. I just colored it using one of Deb's techniques that you can find on her Ustream. Added a 3-circle snowman. My backing is light blue paper that I ran through an embossing machine and highlighted with some white ink. Some torn white pages. Again, same back of the card. And I have that card. Then the one that I decided to put together as a kit for the kids, and I've made 24 of these for the troops that are assembled and some that are for the kids that nobody needs anything special. Okay? Again, same card base, same torn paper, cute little card. The kit itself that I'm sending for the kids will look like this. All you need is the card base. Again, these I pre-printed. I went ahead and embossed and inked the background. Piece of white cardstock that they'll rip for the snow in the background. 3 circles cut out of white paper. I, of course, use gray jointed circles. You could use the same size circle. It's up to you. It's your snowman. I did use my pazzles to cut my hats, but the hat could just easily be square and then a little rectangle piece. 2 squares of green that get ripped for the tree, and a piece of ribbon. These are so easy to make. You'll be making them in no time. Please consider making a bunch of cards, whether you make mine or one of the other artists, and send them in. If you want more information as to the sizes of everything and the document so you can print your background like mine if you want to, then go to my blog and leave me a message and I will get you a copy of that document. The measurements will be on my blog as well. Thanks, guys.